Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. Hope you're doing well, keeping out of mischief. Now, is it me or is summer now over? They're threatening... Just amongst us, very quickly, is it me or have we just had... They keep threatening droughts and stuff like that, but it's like... It's windy, it's cloudy, it's, heavy rain and all that kind of stuff now. And it just feels like, okay, last year... we had summer the size of a postage stamp. This year, we've been, to be honest with you, spoilt by the size of the summer, and now it's over, it seems. I don't know. I'm asking for a friend. But, yeah, it's very, very weird. I've actually had to put trousers on today. I know, shocking. All these weeks, I've had my knobbly knees out in my short shorts, and now indoors likes them, and not my knobbly knees. I assume. Anyway, the point is that it's nippy. It's nippy. I could cut glass, ladies. I know, it's outrageous. Anyway, so. Let's get into this, shall we? This is a question that has been asked in the comments. It's been a bit slow on this sort of thing. I'm guessing everyone's on summer holidays and stuff, going to their villa in the Algarve. It's just gone a bit very, very quiet. So if you've got a question that's burning inside you for a future reading, now's the time to do it. It seems like everyone's scuttled around and stuff. So in the comments down below, and you can upvote on other people's comments as well, or future questions, and then we'll put them in the next kind of doobly-doo, whatnot, shenanigans. I think I did that well. It's not as if I do it practically almost every day. It's good. It's good. It's all right. So, like this question that has been submitted by Vermin. They have asked, they made more of a statement. They completely took the concept of the suck-up sandwich and threw it out the window, and instead have decided that they to make a political statement of, we don't get any rights, we just pay taxes. Wow, that's admittedly it was part of the video that we did about the state of the UK. I believe it was, off the top of my head, but it's fair enough. Fair enough. They also say, can you take I don't know why they've got a bit wheezy. It sounds like they've got asthma. Love, you need to get that checked. Can you? Everyone's very wheezy recently. I don't know why. Can you take a look at the Labour infighting and if Corbyn will split the party? They also say, which we're going to spin off into another video, I think, about what some people refer to ironically as the King of the North. Also, will Andy Burnham make an appearance? Tar Muchley. That's very lovely indeed. But so this is going to be about the infighting and the Corbyn. That's what it's the Terminator, the Corbyn, and then we'll do the Andy Burnham one. We'll have a check-in with him in another video. But thank you very much indeed, Vermin. I hope you're doing well, my sweet. It feels like it's been ages since we've said hello and flirted via pixels. Anyway, so let's have a look at this. The infighting with Labour and the situation with Corbyn, please. For the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you. Always be appreciative. Yes. And also, can people give me feedback concerning how the early access stuff is going on? How you feel that is happening? For you, just from your side of things, is it good? Is it all right? Should we keep it around for the village elites and then unlocking early access to certain ones and all that kind of shenanigans? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Mainly because I'm just so lonely. So this is what happens when I don't have my short shorts on. This is basically what happens. High Priestess. This feels as if it's the writings on the wall energy. Yeah? Certain brown stuff hitting the fan. kind of slow motion car crash. That's what that feels like, which is not normal for a High Priestess. Yeah, let's stay with that. Oh dear, the devil. Oh. 10 of Pentacles. Emperor. This is interesting. The Emperor, this is Stuttering Starmer. Or his ilk. It doesn't really feel like Starmer. It's a weird one. The energy here, maybe it could be kind of like the local, kind of the clique at the top, kind of the chairperson, who we now learn is Rachel Reeves' sister. It's all kind of into each other sort of thing, you know? So it could be her, but it's at that level. It's at that level, I would say. And notice this. They're looking, because we always like looking at the pretty pictures, they're looking at the certain brown stuff going to hit a fan. This here feels like the fear of a tinderbox situation. We'll leave it as that. 10 of Pentacles. Is the benefit of this split off, getting rid of the troublemakers, getting rid of this is a blessing for them in some respects. So this is a weird one, a weird top line. We haven't had one of these for a little while, I don't think. Because these feel like the factions within the Labour Party, and this is the chairperson or the top echelons of the Labour Party. They're all looking at and it's like, it's going to be fine. It's going to be all right. It's that kind of energy. It's like, whatever. But there are some. But this, I find this is interesting. Before we move on, mainly because if we think that the Labour Party is split roughly into thirds, we should already in this reading take some sort of kind of reprieve, like relaxed, kind of okay. People are getting it. Some people, walking people, in the Labour Party are realising this is really bad. This is a roundabout, this is really shenanigans. Some people are not thinking that. They're more fearful about where this is heading, which we refer to here as the summer of discontent. And if you're going into that sort of thing, remember, and the sun has now started shining, remember, think Gandhi with deodorant and sensible shoes. We have to be peaceful, if you're going to do that sort of shenanigans. And then the 10 of Pentacles here feels like this feels more centralist. So they're thinking, oh, good, we're getting rid of the nut jobs. We're getting rid of, it's going to be beneficial. But it feels like these two factions realise what the writing on the wall is. Because if they hadn't, they're dumb as donuts, which seems like these two are. But are coming at it at two different ways. One's from self-preservation. The devil feels like the fear of almost like attack, security, that kind of thing. So this is which is understandable, but in the whole scheme of things, these are seeing it as more as the issues, and haven't realised, gone to anxiety and worry and fear and that kind of thing. And there's the gormless, this lot. They're just like, this is going to benefit us. This is going to this, that, and the other. Messenger card. The messenger card is one of the 4 extra cards in this deck, which is all about, which we refer to as the Epic Arcana. Okay, so the messenger card here is normally about divine signs, showing that your spiritual team or your angel team or whatever you want to call them, a God, spirit, universe, whatever. You know, we don't judge, we don't dictate how you should do your spirituality. Yeah, whatever you call them are around you. Okay, it could be white feathers or white butterflies or synchronicities and numbers or whatever it is, just symbols and signs and that kind of thing to show they're around. It's interesting that this here, the messenger, the guides, the spirits, the universe, whatever you want to call them, are on this side as if they're nudging. They're sending downloads. They're pushing this lot in the right direction. So even though one group is thinking externally, we've had a bad first year and this, that, and the other, and how we're going to get this back and all this kind of stuff, right? The other half of this group are thinking about their own personal safety and worries and concerns and fears, and this is escalating ridiculously. We should, why aren't we dampening this down a bit or whatever? Yeah. It's nice that they are getting the messages, quite literally. Yeah, the nudges, the downloads, and kind of being pushed in their right direction. And the more they resonate with it, the more it's going to get louder, kind of energy I'm getting there. The welfare bill, as an example, they were nudged. It was like a nudge. Quite frankly, let's make it really simple because I'm waffling, I can tell, right? So this here is quite literally, this half get it. They read the room, they know what's going on in the real world, they get it, and we've got to sort something seriously. But one side is thinking subject matter wise, if you get me, and the other half is thinking this is on this could come to my front door, my doorstep. This could get really personal, and I don't, I'm worried and scared about that. So death keeps coming up recently for the Labour Party. Death. This feels like a full stop. It keeps coming up as a full stop, like death, end of something, right? Because normally the death card for the new boys and girls is a transition card, yeah? What happened before, line in the sand, dead, gone, goodbye. Then rebirth, renewal, yeah? This, full stop, keeps coming up, full stop. Yeah. Let's have a look at the last one. Queen of Pentacles, someone practical. Mumsy card, I like to call this. Who has all the Tupperware in the kitchen cabinet for all the picnics and all that kind of stuff. And they're all packed and very well organised and all that kind of, it's very kind of practical mumsy, yeah? Taking care of it. So whoever takes over, this feels like, and notice how they're all looking to the future. They're all following the leader, taking charge. King of Cups, King of Pentacles. So we've got the power couple here, which is quite nice for the Pentacles. And what I mean by that is the yin and yang of the power. It's that kind of thing. King of Cups feels like upper echelons of the party again. Trying to bring balance, trying to quench, kind of put out the fires kind of thing to these two. The King of Pentacles here could be a whip. Could be a whip. These could both be whips if you think about it. Okay, I'll never do that again. But I mean, these are up within this group. Up on these are kind of the minions of the Emperor. On one side, the King of Pentacles is normally the a vast majority of the time is the glorified accountant of the deck. Yeah. But this feels very much kind of discipline. This feels much more kind of you will do as you're told. Yeah? The king of Cups is trying to, it feels like bring people back into the fold and try and put out fires. And no, it's not as bad as you think it is and all this kind of stuff. All Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles feels as if it feels like a group within the group. Normally it's foundations, new foundations, teamwork. It could be working together, do something. But it feels as if how many levels to this is there? It feels as if these two are trying to like bring everyone under balance, under the tent sort of thing. This could be the new Jeremy Corbyn group. Could be. But it's a weird energy. We may have to get the dinky deck out for that to clarify that one. Overarching energy, Queen of Cups. Everyone's fine. What I'm getting with the Queen of Cups, though, is the swan metaphor. You know, like graceful on top of the water, under the water, paddling like anything. That's the sort of energy I'm getting there. So it's almost like a false, comfortable kind of experience. A false, calm, chilled, relaxed. Everything's fine. It's all going to plan, but really panic stations. Yeah. Under like King of Swords. This is once again the discipline, but it authority figure. Some like it feels as if. Hold on, there's a little spider, money spider there. Let me go in there. But it feels as if. Normally the swords is truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity, information, data, that kind of stuff, yeah? Some way, shape or form, the transaction, I would say, or the movement of that, yeah? What's weird about this card is that it's more shut down, restricted data, restricted information, need to know basis. This is weird. There's so much going on here. I don't know where to kind of attack from it first, if you get me. Let me do the quick Three of Pentacles clarification, just so we know who that is, because it's very odd. All these cards, like a lot of these cards are very. They're not their usual meaning, if you get me. It's more the not necessarily the alternative meaning, but the rare meanings, if you get me. It's like, and so this is making it a little bit more complicated, because it's like it's not often that you get so many cards that are on their the rare version, the rare message, if you get me. But yeah, it's very. Let's have a look at here. So we've got three of Pentacles, holding on tight. Four of Pentacles there. Hierophant, rules and regulations, law and order, moving away. So that is the Queen of Pentacles again, practical. This here is the new group. Jeremy Corbyn, right? All these pentacles, offers, opportunities. Yeah. But this Queen of Pentacles and this Queen of Pentacles feels like the same person. So this Death card is like, I would say this is the faction that leaves. But the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles here feel like they feed back to this Emperor who's not Corbyn. Do you see what I mean? It's like, it's almost like these two are like, all this lot are leaving, and these two are like, oh no, we can fix this at the door, kind of like trying to hold them back. It's like, oh no, look, we can try and work this out. One of them's kind of being good cop, one's trying to be bad cop. That kind of energy. But I'm sorry, this is rubbish. This reading is outrageous. I'm sorry, it's just a little bit all over the place. Anyway, this is the foundation of the reading. Let's move on into some gossip, and then we'll get an outcome at the end. All right. So, but yeah, this is what happens in this sort of field, and obviously now I'm shuffling. We can flirt outrageously during the bits. This is what normally happens when I'm trying to think through my experience. This normally happens when not all the answers you can't read beyond a decision that has been made. Okay. So but it's very clunky as well. Some parts of this is very hush hush, don't talk about it kind of energy. Some of it is kind of like the Devil card is screaming in panic. And in genuine fear and worry and concern and all that jazz, right? The High Priestess is more trying to be more diplomatic in the sense that we all can see the issues, almost from kind of like an old, not necessarily an old guard, but like gentleman club kind of discussions about people, things of the world and stuff like that. Look, we've got several issues here, and we can systematically go through them, and we can try and work out better solutions, and like in that kind of respect, yeah. But they can see the writing on the wall. This is, right. These feel pretty much done, right? So that's why. But it's the energy is bombarding and then stops. It's very glitchy. It's very stop start. Some of it is quiet. Shh. Some of it's. I tell you what. This if this this is kind of literally I can't even speak now. Do you see what I mean? It's like this. What's happening in the UK is a mirror to what's going on in Labour. It's fascinating and worrying and concerning that it's such a farce. It's bizarre. I don't quite get it. I'm sorry. I apologize now. Refunds are available. Hand over. Yes, rulership handover. Okay. Solution to the problem. Oh yes, we just need to get rid of stutter and stammer, and everything will be fine. Blah 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 blah. But it's unclear. It's unclear. Not quite sure. Is that going to be enough? Is that now going to be enough? Because one of the energies that I'm getting here, out of the multitude that are bombarding is we've now been all tarnished by the same brush. I found coffee. Cheers. We've all been tarnished by the same brush. We're all, you know, this is not the usual way it goes. It's normally, you know, parliamentary things and like whatever party does certain stuff and this, that, and the other, and we try and get the worst crap out the way first in the first year, and then it gets better, and people vote for us again at the end. That's the usual way, and none of it's working. None of it's not supposed to. Sorry, I put the coffee down. I was dehydrated. In this heat wave, I was dehydrated, so I slept some coffee with honey. It was very nice. Right. But it's interesting also, the practical one is not knowing which way to be practical. Surveillance recording, society collapse. Wow. This also keeps coming up. Surveillance recording, where there is evidence, there is information, there is data. Hold on. We were talking about this slimy sod, weren't we? He's got the keys to the kingdom, whoever this one is. He's got the data and the surveillance and all the hush-ups and all that kind of stuff. There are all these kind of, I'm seeing like a USB stick kind of energy. It's that kind of, he's got the keys to the castle. He's the one who's got all the, it's interesting that. And then obviously on the same side, is it going to prevent the uprising? Yeah, is it going to prevent, remember Gandhi, that kind of thing? Is it going to calm down the situation? Overarching energy. Offering, kind of like giving out trinkets, shiny things, food shortage. It's not enough to nourish people. It's not enough to balance the books, is what I'm getting there. It's not enough to roll it back. Interesting. Right, let's go and get the outcome here. Let's go to the outcome, my dears. Because this is fascinating. This is I'm getting, which is ridiculous because I haven't posted the video. But I'm going to reference it. What happens over summer where this new party kind of comes into being and more go across? There is something where the numbers of it means that they've lost control of the parliament, and that kind of spurs on to the elections and things and talks about that. I recorded it over a week ago. I completely forgot to post it, and I haven't gone back to doing it. So, but it's one of those ones where it's just like sitting there collecting pixel dust. And it doesn't feel right to, for some reason, it doesn't feel right to post it. Maybe tomorrow, I've just been told. Maybe tomorrow. But when you see it about the general election, that was a question submitted in by Paul, I think it was, off the top of my head. It's ages ago. I can't quite remember it. If it wasn't, I'm sorry. I've just named and shamed you, but for no reason. But it feels as if it's almost like someone else has to do their part, if you get me, before we can plonk it. I've also done a reading about the BBC from like a week, 2 weeks ago. Same time. I did it on the same kind of thing. And that doesn't quite feel ready yet, even though the BBC's been in the news and stuff like that, and like YouTube pennies wise, perfect to promote it and post it during the peak of all that shenanigans, but it doesn't feel right energetically to do it. So it's just sitting there on the hard drive waiting to be uploaded and posted, which is bizarre. You know what I mean? It's just like, but it's not right. It's not the right time, Timothy, kind of thing. You know, it's not. Excuse me. This is a mind muck, if you get me, right? All of this. Truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity rushing in, right? Tower. This is what we were talking about, the numbers over summer. Moon, unclear. Again, unclear what to do. 10 of Pentacles, but it's valuable. Once again, 10 of Pentacles. No, I'm being such a donut. The 10 of Pentacles have moved over, right? So it's basically a situation where these are the ones that are left. Half of Labour have got? No. High Priestess is speaking the truth. Right, rushing in. Tower card. So these ones that are truly scared and worried and that kind of stuff are gone. They're going to go if they don't. Right, okay, I've got it now. Okay. Trapped. No way out. This feels like a celebration. Short-sightedness celebration. This feels like, we got rid of the troublemakers within Labour. That's brilliant. Not realising, possibly maybe, not realising that maths don't work now. It feels self-righteous, that as well. Knight of Wands. Follow me, lads. This is the new plan of action. But it traps them. And there's the fight. It traps them in this fight. So it's all internal BS instead of running the country. Well, it's nothing new, really, isn't it? Running the country. There's the burden. Overarching energy out in the cold. Rejected. Four of Pentacles. Holding on tight. So the Four of Pentacles is the Four of Pentacles down here that we had before. That is it feels like a life raft. That is Corbyn's lot. Labour are out in the cold. What's left of them? Wow. Okay. So where are we going to go from here then? Have we got all the information? We'll have Andy Burnham, like I said, reading later. Because he's a weird character, I find, in the sense that he was doing all the right things about certain gangs, if we know what we're talking about, and then he suddenly stopped being kind of the forefront of that. Yeah, he seems to have shut up instead of pursuing it. I feel the timing's a bit weird on that. And it's a bit off, you know? But we'll find out. So, occupation, message of concern, imprisonment. Again, trapped. They can't. Mature woman, May male. So these two. Sorry. I was going to say could be Harriet Harman and stuff like that. And the download I got just before I was going to say that is like, no, that's Rachel Reeves. She's just aged really badly. And I was like, okay. So there's the culprits. And that's it. They're stuck. They're completely stuck. They don't know what to do. And it just feels. It feels as if everyone's waiting until the summer to play musical chairs. if you get me. Like in a self-serving sort of way. But it just feels off. Stress, no trust, adventure. This is the I haven't seen this for ages. This is the full card in this deck. Taking a leap of faith, new horizons, and morality. What I'm getting here, it's like for the right reasons kind of thing. So the burdens for the right reasons, planting the seed of opportunity. This is the new party. So it's pretty much, it's fated. Yeah. So it's like, but it's like Labour doesn't realise, or it seems Labour doesn't realise literally how many of them are leaving. 2, they don't believe what I'm getting here as well. They don't believe until they see action. Like in the polls and stuff this week, they had this the Corbyn party and Labour pegging. They don't believe in that. They think that's just a flash in the pan because it hasn't got a name. It hasn't got a colour associated with it. It hasn't got. Yeah. But this feels like the maths doesn't add up. Now, this feels as if, and I'm gonna get my new deck out because there is a little thing here because I still want to see, is this the sneaky seven of swords we had coming out? Is this part of the sneakiness, this message of concern? Thank you. So let me just quickly shuffle these. I don't normally do this, but it's like this. We were the Seven of Swords. Oh, hello. It's balancing, teetering on the edge of the table. The Seven of Swords kept coming up with the super injunction reading. And while that was going on, basically, while it's all going on in the media right now, the super injunction and the hidden Afghanistan people and all that kind of stuff, sneaking them all in. Isn't it amazing how much, like, if you and I did this amount of movement of humans, we would be called human traffickers. Government does it in the middle of the night, behind closed doors, in unmarked airplanes. It's fine. Similar to with the swapping of 50 people per week between France and the UK. That's fine if they do it. It's fine. But while there's, in that reading, consistently, while it was going on, quite rightly in the headlines and stuff like that, and I noticed today that the Parliament didn't want to talk about it, which says a lot, that the Seven of Swords, like this was being used, the Afghanistani thing was being used as a distraction to hide what's really going on. So we've got the Page of Wands in reverse. So this is uncertainty, don't know where to go, don't know what to research, don't know what to anything, right? Can't work a way out. We had that before, okay? So we've got the Five of Wands in reverse. So they're trying to avoid. It's interesting that it's going to happen anyway. The Five of Wands is here, so it's going to happen. This conflict, this shake-up. They're trying to avoid it, but it's inevitable. Ace of Wands again. We had that again yesterday. That's the aha moment, the light bulb moment, that kind of thing. This one first. Queen of Swords, upright. She's a bit of a knee-jerk reactor. Cut stuff out. truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity, kind of like if you're either with us or against us, and it's very kind of like lines in the sand. Emperor again. Wow. Still slimy, still coming across as that kind of, but the point is here, is the Queen of Swords I'm getting is the, what I'm getting is connected to the Seven of Swords, the sneakiness, Thieves in the Night energy, kind of what's happening now, but is being distracted by, or trying to be distracted away from, by the super injunction stuff and the communications of that, right? What's happening now is the divider, it's like this is one step too far. So the Ace of Wands here is people realizing, hold on a minute, this is happening. We're trying to be sneaky to avoid the argument, but we found out about it and now we're having the argument, right? Queen of Swords is then the cut. Oh, wow. That came from nowhere. So let's say it. The Queen of Swords is the one that cuts out these people, kind of like, and to shut them up, to punish them, to insist authority and to prevent more conflict. But the Emperor here, that's the ilk at the top that we started with, the small committee, the small group of people. Rocking purple. This feels this is the only way to have stability, but it feels slimy. It feels completely off. And in doing so, by cutting some of these people to show, because this feels as if just to show an example, to make an example, will get rid of one or two people. Like they did with Corbyn in the first place. Rightly or wrongly, it's completely up to you. But it's like what they did to him in the first, like, no, we need to make an example that we've moved on. We're getting rid of you. We're removing the whip. You're no longer part of the Labour Party. Be gone, kind of thing. It's that kind of energy. But the problem is, instead of proving a point this could happen to you, people follow suit. It's like, right, if that's the way you're going to be, Emperor, we're all off. Goodbye. Good luck. Have fun. It's that kind of energy, because this here, we've even got the Knight of Wands in reverse underneath. So it's just like angry. This, you know, they're not passionate, they're angry. Ace of Swords. What else are you lying about in reverse? Yeah? We've got all this. So they're kind of unsure about where to go. They feel angry and lied to. But it's like, this is part of the deal. This is part of the deal. This is what we agreed to. You're supposed to be on side for this. Two of Wands. Now we're working out which way we need to go, because the 10 of Wands is right there. We've already had it. The burden. Don't want it. Don't want any of this. It's not working. It's not happening. We're not doing it. So, yeah. The loss of control here is immense. And I don't think, this is another one of those situations where I don't think they truly realize how screwed up. They're not reading the room. They're not reading the room. Because they're just like going off the playbook, because this has come up before, the playbook of what normally happens. In this situation, we normally just do this, that, and the other. This is a completely different situation. This is not normal. Stop playing as if it's normal. This is not. And it's causing more strife and more, madness. So, this has got the same energy to it as the MP's expenses scandal. And what I mean by that, it's like, no matter what they say, it's not right. No matter what happens, it's not right. No matter how, and this is the one with the duck houses and all that kind of stuff on a lake and all that malarkey. This is not the freebies, which is pretty much similar. The freebies scandal of Labour before, at the beginning of the year. Remember that? It's just that the no matter what they do, they can't get away from it. Is what I mean by that. It's the shadow that keeps being cast over them. And no matter how many times they try to be authority and like, you will do your job or you go, people have already had enough. They're not reading the room. Yeah. It's like, fine, I'll go. Goodbye. Have fun. You're screwed. Goodbye. And off they go. To this new party. But this is we need to find this other shoe to drop. There's something going on, and it was mentioned again today in Prime Minister's questions. There's something going on with the soldiers in Northern Ireland, rightly or wrongly. My history with Ireland. I love it dearly, and I know lots of people over there. So I tried to be neutral because it's not my fight, as it were. Right? It's before my time. I genuinely have no idea what sparked it, why, and all that. Even though people have educated me, and it's still like this is not my fight. Okay, so I respectfully try and play neutral, quite literally, because it's like it's not my fight. However, it's the situation where there's another shoe to drop with that. The morality of it, and that's why Afghanistan is now being used as a lovely scapegoat to cover it up. Oh, what weirdness they weave. Anyway, we'll leave it here for now because I've been waffling on. I'm so sorry. I just really wanted to find out because it felt like it connected to that Seven of Swords, and I didn't understand why. But for them to try and avoid the fight that they cause, and the fight is bigger because they try to cover it up. And also, if you and I'm going to say this here very quickly as a little footnote for the little the Easter egg for the people right at the bottom. If you listen to certain people who were involved in the super injunction cover-ups, okay, there was an independent. There's a couple of interviews on Yaucho about them. If you listen to the answers they give carefully, there are still more super injunctions in action. And there are certain things they still can't talk about. I'll just leave that there. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please thumb me like. I hope that, at least it's been entertaining with my coffee slurping and other things. If you're new here, subscribe, ding-a-ling that bell and all that jazz. Come and join the Greatest Good Village because it takes a village to support everybody. That is what we do. And comment down below suggestions, readings, this kind of stuff. We're going to do Andy Burnham in another reading. An update on him. But until next time, where this crazy shenanigans happens all over again, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.